What's up, dudes? Simon back with another video. Yeah, it's the end of November, so there's been quite a lot of things going on in the metal and rock community. Obviously, loads of festival announcements in Europe, of course, downloads, and loads of other bits and bobs that have happened throughout the month. So I thought I would run through those with you today and give my thoughts on all of them. So yes, let's talk about it. Yeah, so obviously Slipnot news this month with Jay Weinberg leaving. I wouldn't say leaving, more like kicked out of Slipnot. I'm sure you guys are all aware of that. But obviously after that it all come out, we all found out that he has had to have surgery on his hip joint. And obviously that would have a long recovery. Probably one of the reasons why he was kicked out of Slipknot, I would have thought. Or if they've used that as an excuse to get rid of him if they wanted a new drummer. All band is gone, of course. You've all seen the memes. But apparently the labrum, which is a ring of cartilage on the socket of his hip, and athletes that play high impact sports are most prone to that tear on the hip. So obviously, you know, drummers, especially him with the stuff that he plays, he's probably been suffering with that with quite a long time, and now obviously going to get the surgery done. But yeah, quite sad. I mean, he's been on, you know, not the best Slipknot albums necessarily, but he's a very, very good drummer. And it's a bit of a shame because we've become quite used to him obviously being in the band. You know, no one will be able to fill the shoes of Joey Jordison, obviously. But I think he's done really, really well. And it's a shame. So it'll be interesting to see who they get next. I know it just seems like less and less Slipknot members, everyone just leaving. I'm really glad personally that I got to see the obviously original band even before Paul died back in the day. I know some of you guys that are new fans obviously haven't had that privilege. So yeah, it's sad to lose someone who has been in the band for well over 12 years now. Was it 2013 or 14 that he must have come in? So yeah, quite sad. But yeah, with Slipknot, I'm afraid that looks like that's the way she goes. So yeah, we'll see who they get in the future, and I'm sure we'll talk about it on the next bit of news in the next couple of months. Unfortunately, Killing Joke guitarist Geordie Walker sadly passed away yesterday or the day before at the age of 64. That's a real sad one for me personally, being a massive Killing Joke fan. I only saw them live at Bloodstock 2022 and they were absolutely incredible. So it's a sad day, a sad loss for the rock and metal community. They are such an underrated band, and you would not believe if you dig into it the amount of people that they really have influenced to sort of get into sort of heavier music. So yeah, it's a shame and a massive loss for the rock community. Nickelback have announced a tour for next year in the UK, which is amazing for us Nickelback fans, playing Glasgow, Manchester, London and Birmingham. I will definitely try to get to one of those. I was a bit gutted actually that they weren't announced for download. I was really hoping that they would be. I feel like it would have been a better announcement and people might have enjoyed that more than say like Fall Out Boy. Nothing against Fall Out Boy. We'll talk about the download lineup a little bit further in the show. But yeah, I'm really happy that Nickelback are doing a UK tour because I think that's going to be awesome. And fingers crossed that one day they will actually get back to download and I can stand in a crowd of people and love it while everyone else is annoyed. So yes, Nickelback. Another announcement, but in a different form. Apparently, we are getting a sequel to Spinal Tap, which is one of my favourite, you know, rock-orientated rock documentaries. It's really, really great. I can't believe after all this time we're actually going to get a sequel. Apparently, it goes into production in 2024 and we'll have like the main cast of the band, and hopefully it will just be catching up with what they've done over the years, and I'm sure they'll make it hilarious. If you haven't seen Spinal Tap, you should definitely watch it. It's like a mockumentary about an 80s band where things go horribly wrong. It's brilliant, and I'm really, really excited that we're actually going to get a sequel to one of the funniest movies ever made to do with rock and roll. So yeah, excited about that. I'm sure we'll get more news before next year about, you know, what the actual synopsis of it is going to be. But yeah, that is going to be awesome. More illness news, unfortunately. Kiss have cancelled a few shows due to Paul Stanley having the flu. That doesn't seem like a big deal to us that are quite young, but when you're 71 like he is, it's probably quite dangerous to have the flu. I'm sure those guys would have stayed all away from, you know, the thing that begins with C that we shall not name. But yeah, it's a bit sad actually. You know, I know that everyone's been banging on for years. Kiss, they feel like they're just forever touring. They're never actually gonna quit. But yeah, stuff like this does make me really sad because I am a massive Kiss fan. And it's sad to see someone so rock starry just in a bed sick, which isn't nice to see. So hopefully he gets over it. We're all hoping that he does. I know we probably won't get to see Kiss in this country. As I say that, I'm thinking they'll probably just do another tour after this. But yeah, sad again. Hopefully he gets better and we get more Kiss. So I am going to announce on the channel that we're doing the Dear Download Awards again for the second time. Kind of like, you know, the old school Kerrang Awards used to be back in the day. If you don't know already, I do a podcast called the Dear Download Podcast with my friend Adam Cox, and we're doing the votes for that now on Discord. So if you do want to be part of that and vote for, you know, best album, worst album, best live band, best festival performance, all of those categories we have on the Dear Download Awards, and we are taking votes for those now on Discord. I'll put the link to that in the description so you can come join our Discord, have your votes, have your say, and we will be announcing those at the end of December, which will be really cool. And I think this year we are going to try and send some stuff to some bands and festivals, and we'll see how much fun that is. But yeah, please get on Discord and get involved. Dear Download Awards, it's going to be a great time. More announcements. Chimera have announced their first festival performance in 14 years, which is a huge deal if you're a Chimera fan, at the Incarceration Music and Tattoo Festival. I know, obviously, I think that's in the States. It would be amazing if they would do something in the UK next year, which we've got fingers crossed for that and new music. But you never know. Even if it's just to get together again, play a few shows, I would love them to come over to the UK. That would be incredible. I was really hoping, again, they would get announced on Download, but there's still bands to come on that, so that would be absolutely fantastic. They've just done like a range of t-shirts as well from all the albums that they've done leading up to now, which look really good. So if you're a Chimera fan, you should definitely get some of them. I think it's like a limited run of them. But yeah, I'd love to see them in the UK again. I'm a massive Chimera fan, so exciting times. So there've been a few festival announcements as well, some really big ones. Let's start with Hellfest. I know they normally have an amazing lineup. I don't know how much money this company has or how they get these sorts of lineups. It's insane. Sometimes, being obviously a fan of Download Festival, you do get jealous when you look at a Hellfest lineup and you think, wow, okay, why couldn't we get that? But let's have a quick look at this next year, 2024. It looks absolutely insane. So Avenged Sevenfold headlining on the Thursday. Obviously, we know they're already headlining Download Festival, so that's cool. Machine Head on the Friday. Awesome that they're actually headlining, because I think Machine Head are, you know, a big enough band to do it in my eyes. As you can see over there, we've got Queens of the Stone Age, and they're headlining Download, but they're obviously sub-headlining for Foo Fighters, which is huge. Again, I mean, Foos was the one band I really had my fingers crossed for this year to play Download. And Metallica, obviously we had them at Download last year. Slightly disappointing. They weren't the best. It wasn't the best time to see Metallica. Not that it was terrible, but for a fan, it was still good to actually see them. But look at all the other names on here. I mean, Megadeth, Fear Factory, Queens of the Stone Age again. Oh man, Carnival. Then just look at this: Dropkick Murphys, Prodigy, Saxon, Offspring, Bad Omens, Baby Metal, Corey Taylor, Frank Carter and the Rattlesnakes. These are just, you know, top. I haven't even gone through all the rest of the band. Shikari, Body Count, Suicidal Tendencies, Mr. Bungle. I mean, it is just constant with this. I didn't even see Cradle of Filth on there. One of my favourite bands. I didn't even see that they were on there because it's too overstimulating sometimes when you get these posters. You know, you can have too many good bands playing a festival because you can't actually go and see everyone that you want to. But this is absolutely nuts. It just seems like they always knock it out the park on these festivals. Like, it's just insane. And the same for the one that we're going to look up now, which is Grass Pop. Yeah, so again, just look at this lineup. Tool, obviously we've previously played Download before. Alice Cooper, Baby Metal, Cavell Attack, Comeback Kid, Bury Tomorrow. There is some apps, Bleed From Within. And then, of course, Five Finger Death Punch, Judas Priest, Electric Callboy, Pendulum. It's just like absolutely incredible. Saturday, Bring Me the Horizon, Avenged Sevenfold, Scorpions, Machine Head, Corey Taylor, Body Count. I mean, again, I'm not going to go through them all, but ridiculous and kind of jealous again from being, you know, a fan of Download. We'll get into that in a second, but these European festivals at the moment are just absolutely knocking it out the park. I mean, just look surface wise across that and you think, yes, I would definitely go to this. But on the flip side of that, I know I've already done a video about it, but let's have a quick refresh and look at the Download lineup so we can get that back in our heads again if you haven't already seen my reaction to that. Yeah, so I'm only going to react to, you know, like European festivals on here because the American ones just really aren't fair, and there's no point even looking at some of them because they're ridiculous. Although it always looks like they don't quite have their festivals aren't up to the standard that European festivals are, although they tend to have much stronger lineups than we have. But still, you know, I mean, just look at Download, you know, Queens, Fall Out Boy, Avenged, Offspring, Machine Head, Pantera, who actually aren't on any others, which is quite strange that they're on Download. Yeah, Sum 41, Billy Talent, The Used, Baby Metal, The Art Is Murder, Fear Factory, Biohazard. There's some other little gems in there as well. I mean, overall, it's really good. On the surface of the headliners, you know, most people would look at it and think, that's not great. But if you go down into the undercard, there is some really, really good stuff. I'm genuinely excited about next year to see some bands that I haven't seen in a long time, basically. So they have tried to mix it up. So as I said before, all the people that moan about Download, about, oh, they always have the same headliners. Well, we don't have the same headliners this time. I know Avenged have played before, but it was quite a while ago now, 2018, I think. So they have tried to mix it up, so as best as they can, which is good. And you never know, someone on this channel might be talking to someone who books Download Festival. I won't say any more than that. But yeah, overall, looking really good. I'm really, really excited for next year. I think it's going to be decent. Obviously, we've still got bands to come. So yeah, looking forward to it. Yeah, so there you go. Just thought I'd run through some stuff for you guys. Obviously, that's happened in the month of November. And yeah, you know, quite a lot bits of news, nice little tidbits there. Loads and loads of festival announcements, which is really cool. I think it's been a great month. I think it's been a great year in general. I'm going to do my overview for the whole year with albums and singles and everything, all my favourite stuff. Obviously, in December, once everything comes out, I'm waiting for Head PE's album to come out before I do my list of sort of worst and best stuff. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. That would be fantastic. It's been a fantastic year for me. It's still not over. And as always, I'll see you dudes in the next video.